nerds, what's up? Today's video I am going to be doing the stay at home book tag, which Princess in Paperback is the one who created this tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone in particular, but I decided that I wanted to do it because it sounded like it was pretty fun. It's very relevant to what's going on right now in the world, what we're all dealing with, etc. I feel like every video I kind of have something to say about it, but the prompts. The first question is laying in bed, and the tag for this would be a book you could or have read in one day. And I have 4 books to show you for this question. Not every question is going to have this many books, but I couldn't pick between these 4, so I have some books for you. So the first one is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I listened to this on audiobook and I couldn't stop listening. I was obsessed. There were days where I would get home from work and just sit in my car to finish a chapter or whatever. And so it's really good. This book, if you haven't heard about it, it was really popular back when it came out in 2017. And it's about a woman who is named Evelyn Hugo. She basically gets her way with men in order to become famous in Hollywood as an actress in the 1950s. So you are going back and forth between 2 timelines, the first of which is her life story. So you're watching her story as she grows up and becomes famous and all that stuff. And then the other timeline is her in her older age telling the story to a reporter. And it is a good one. I highly recommend. And then the next one for this same question is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, another amazing, amazing book. I feel like this book comes up a lot when I discuss favorite books of all time. This book is about a girl who, when she was younger, so she's a later teen now, but when she was younger, her family would go to their private island every summer, and she would hang out with her friends and cousins, and she hasn't been in a few years, and they are going back for the first time, and things are just a little bit off, and she doesn't know why, and oh my god, this book is so good. If you haven't read it yet, please do. And I can't tell you much more than that because it is kind of like a mystery. So, yeah. The next one I have is This Is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp, which I believe I'm saying correctly, but I don't know for sure. This book is about a school shooting. You have multiple perspectives of various teenagers who are at their high school when a shooting starts. It's intense. Obviously, be mindful going into this novel, but wow, was it intense and thrilling, and you can't put it down because you're stressed reading these characters with them. I loved it a lot. And then the last one for this question is Daughter of Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan, which is another mystery thriller aspect. It's about this girl who was on a ship that had something happen on it, and her family perished in the incident. I just read it. I am the daughter of murdered parents. I am the friend of a dead girl. I am the lover of my enemy, and I will have my revenge. It is so good. It really threw a curveball at me because I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is, and I really liked it. Highly recommend. So, moving on to the next question is snacking. What is a guilty pleasure book for you? And I have a couple. The first of which is the Selection series by Kiera Cass. This book is kind of like The Bachelor. It's about the prince of this kingdom, which is futuristic America, and he invites 20 women to come basically convince him that they should be his queen, and they are selected by kind of the same way the Hunger Games is selected, except instead of dying in the trying to survive the cornucopia and shit, these women get to try to convince the prince to fall in love with them. It's also really great. And of course, another guilty pleasure book is the Twilight series. Need I say more? Still love it. Still love it. I'm aware it sucks. I'm aware it's not well written. I still love it. Moving on. The next question is Netflix, a series you want to start. And again, I have two for this. So I have this series, which is The Sleeping Giants. I don't know what the series is called, but this is the first book, Sleeping Giants, by Sylvain Neuvel. And I really want to listen to these on audiobook because of the formatting of the book is like written like with just speaking. So I really want to listen to these. This is a sci-fi novel. I believe it's adult. I don't know anything else about it. I've heard it's amazing. And then the other series that I also would really love to start very soon is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, another sci-fi. This is one of Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads' favorite books. She gave it to me. She actually gave me both of those books. I don't really know anything about this one either, but I want to read it. The next question is Deep Clean. What's a book that's been on your TBR for ages? So listen. There's too many. There's too many. Like, if you just look behind my shelves, you'll find one. I mean, Grasshopper's been on my TBR for years. Kiss of Deception, Graceling, the Rebel Belle series, the Iron King series. You know? There's plenty. Animal Crossing. What is a book you recently bought because of the hype? Now, here's the thing. I haven't bought a book other than Crescent City, which was not because of the hype. It's because it's Sarah J. Maas, and I love her. So it's not because anybody else convinced me. I haven't bought a book in a really long time. So this question is not really all that relevant to me. But I put everything that sounds great on my TBR shelf on Goodreads. I just have one long-standing TBR shelf. And I've been doing the Goodreads challenge that I was doing a long time ago, and then I brought it back. So you guys can pick my TBR for the month. You can pick a book for my TBR. I pick 3 random books off that shelf and then put them in a poll for you guys. So I did do that in my most recent TBR, and I'll link it up above if you want to check out which books was on that, and you can vote for me. Productivity. What is a book that you either learned from or it had an impact on you? And I want to talk about Big Magic. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Big Magic. It was so good. It's all about creativity and like basically how everybody can be creative and everybody is creative in their own ways, and a lot of people kind of get like embarrassed or they think they're being judged or whatever, and so then they don't go out and seek their creativity to the extent that they should be, and it was really good. I also really want to read Lunar Abundance, which is another book that is like self-helpy, and it's all about women and finding your way, and I want to read that. I haven't read it yet, so I can't really recommend it, but I want to read that one too. Next question is FaceTime, a book you were gifted, and I have so many on my shelves that were gifted to me, especially from Chelsea, because whenever I go and hang out with Chelsea, she just shows me the books that she doesn't want to keep anymore and says, take whatever you want, and so I take whatever I want. I have a huge comic of Archie collection from her, as well as Lumberjanes. She also gifted me The Long Angry Way to a Small Angry Planet, the whole series, as well as the Sleeping Giants series. She has gifted me so many books. Recently, she just gifted me Summer of Salt and The Last True Poets of the Sea and Girl Made of Stars for my birthday. The next question is self-care. What is something you've done recently to take care of yourself? So, I was doing the Couch to 5K challenge, which is essentially getting you to train for a 5K. And unfortunately, I have bad knees, and I ignored that going into this challenge because I was like, maybe I don't actually have bad knees. Maybe I just was out of shape before, and now I'm in better shape, so maybe it'll be fine. Not the case. I couldn't complete day 2 of week 2 just because my knees were too bad. So I'm giving that up. And instead, I'm doing stuff like finding YouTubers and Instagrammers who are posting different like HIIT workouts and stuff along with yoga. So that has been like really fun for me. Today I did a booty workout and ow. I've also been doing a lot of skincare. That's been really fun. And I've been making sure to make FaceTime dates with people. For example, tonight we're going to be FaceTiming with Sierra, who used to have a channel, and my best friend Bailey, and we're going to watch a movie that I don't think we've actually decided on yet. But we're going to watch a movie together and hopefully have a glass of something together and just have a good time. So that's some things I've been doing for self-care. The last bonus question is to talk about a book that's coming out very soon, and I do have some NetGalley arcs that I'm excited to get to. I'm going to be reading Sparrow this month. I'm currently reading Enter the Aardvark, which I don't know if I like, so that's a book that just came out, but not necessarily a book I recommend. The Lucky Ones is another one that I'm really excited for, and I have on NetGalley. I think I'm going to stop there because I can't think of any of the other titles, but definitely excited for those. And yeah, that's the tag. So thank you, Princess and Paperbacks, for making this tag. I loved it. I hope that you guys are all staying safe and healthy and taking care of yourselves physically as well as mentally during this crazy time that we're having. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Goodbye!